Hi everyone, John here, or JN80 on CAF. Doing a weekly flip. Thank you, Bill, for the opportunity. This will be my second weekly flip. And those that follow me know that my collection tends to be focused on the villains or baddies. So apologies in advance. About 90% of the art is going to be mainly centered around villains. Just to start off, it will actually be some framed pieces of art. This one is a painting done by Paulo Rivera from Fantastic Four Mythos. Just love that group shot of the Fantastic Four surrounded by the rich characters in their universe, highlighting some of the big baddies, Doctor Doom, Galactus. You have the Silver Surfer gliding across, and then a few more of the prominent villains like Molecule Man, Annihilus. And then over here is a specialty piece done by Lee Garbett. This is kind of the X-Men baddies with Magneto front and center, surrounded by two femme fatales, Emma Frost and Mystique, and Juggernaut and Sabretooth. This was actually done for the X-Men Anniversary postal stamp art. Then over here is one of my favorite frame pieces. This is done late 80s prime Rob Liefeld with Scott Williams on inks. This is from What If Wolverine was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., featuring the first meeting between Hawk and Wolverine and Wendigo. Without further ado, let's start with the flip. First piece is a commission piece done in acrylic and oil by Ariel Olivetti, one of my favorite artists and probably my top 3 favorite painters in comic art. So this was a commission done highlighting kind of Magneto's tragic childhood and then his upbringing, shaping him into one of the most classic villains. All right, and then to start with the flip, this is an original art piece done by Jorge Molina. This is cover art for X-Men Anniversary, as well as art done for his print and Marvel Topps select art. Next piece is a piece by Greg Land. And this one, Greg actually did full pencils and inks by himself. This is the cover for Uncanny X-Men. Just kind of love that bloodied hand shot. And then this next piece is a piece done by Andrew Wildman, featuring the first appearance of Archangel in the X-Men animated series. And, shout out to CAF again. Some of these pieces would not have been possible without, what Bill set up. A lot of these pieces were acquired. So this one was actually acquired overseas from the UK after kind of months of searching, was able to locate this piece. And just love Apocalypse hovering in the background, proud of his creation. All right, speaking of Apocalypse, this is another Apocalypse splash by Yoda Ray Sinar, one of my favorite artists. Love kind of the massive nature, imposing figure that he portrays Apocalypse as. And then another piece by Yoda Ray Sinar. This is with AOA Wolverine or Weapon X with Apocalypse hovering over the back. Just love that shot right there. Kind of an homage to Wolverine #1 since he's standing on a pile of dead bodies. Next piece, another piece by Greg Land, inks by Jay Leaston. So this piece was from Original X-Men, and just love this shot right here of Phoenix. This is kind of, my favorite rendition of the Dark Phoenix. And I know kind of Greg's iconic shot as well. So I love that he revisited it, and this time was inks by Jay Leaston. Next piece, one of my favorite Wolverine villains, the Silver Samurai. This piece was done by Mike Deodato, inks by Scott Koblish from Elektra. And again, thank you to CAF. This one was located in Italy, probably a piece I would never come across without the networking that CAF provides. All right, and this piece, one of my favorites, X-Men arcs, X-Men Second Coming. This piece is the opening salvo to the arc with Bastion featured in the back, with Cyclops and Wolverine, and then Cable and Hope. Just amazing what Adi Granov can do with just pencils. Just love how he commands the light and shadowing in this piece. Next piece is a commission done this year, picked up by Joshua Cassera. This was an homage to a David Finch cover from Mosaic Complex. But I rather have, instead of Lady Deathstrike in the original cover, I requested that Josh revisit X-Men Inferno. So he depicted Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen, and then his choice of X-Men at at her feet. Loved how he incorporated the X-Men Inferno costumes. You have Storm, Decapitated Wolverine, Cyclops, and his X-Factor costume, Archangel, and then you see Havoc way there in the back. Many thanks to Josh. This is another piece by Greg Land and Jay Leaston. Love their combo. Just some fun battles with the Reavers. This is a shot of the Imperial Guard done by Diego Bernard and J.P. Meyer. This is a painted piece by Ariel Olivetti of Omega Red. And then another Omega Red piece by Salvador LaRocca. This was for a X-Men Vive cover. This is a commission by Juan Ferreira of Magneto. You have Magneto centered with kind of his different costumes or versions. You have top left from Ultimatum, where he wields Thor's hammer. You have AOA Magneto tearing apart Apocalypse. And then you have Magneto from X-Men issue 25, ripping the adamantium out of Wolverine. You have Magneto as a child, and then you have Magneto as the hero in his purple costume. Next is a one-shot Uncanny X-Men Madness in Murder World from the late 80s, actually by Mark Bagley, preceding his Spider-Man days. Just love that group shot of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Then you have kind of the team shot here. This is based on the computer game, but also gave me the X-Men arcade vibes with that lineup. Here's a pencil rendition of Magneto on the Sentinel Throne by Ariel Olivetti. And this is a fun one. This is actually done by Tony Silas. Asked him to homage Jim Lee's, X-Men villain spread. So love the colors by Tony. Recent pickup, Baltimore Comic-Con. This is Magneto X-Men 97 rendition by Jerome Opena. One of the nicest guys. Had a chance to talk with Jerome some. And then a new edition. Just love kind of the action-packed sequences here. You got Wolverine, Deadpool, and Apocalypse. And whew, look at that money shot. The whole 5-page action sequence by Jerome was masterful. So Carl Alstetter was actually the artist that got me into collecting, starting off with sketch covers, then going into original art. So still supporting him, one of the nicest artists. This is a commission done last year depicting the Executioner that was seen in X-Men 97. This is from Marvel Snap card art done of Nimrod by artist Mello. Just some shots of, Avalanche as well as Holocaust. Avalanche was done, I believe, I'm blanking now, Bart Sears, and then Holocaust was done by Salvador LaRocca. These were designs for toy art. All right, then you have Brian Hitch depicting, Ultron. Just love kind of that Kirby crackle. Another favorite villain of mine, Absorbing Man, done by Yodere Sinar. Just love kind of, nothing beats traditional art. You can see kind of the zipatone here. Then if you actually feel the art, just love the creative process that Yodere uses. Then you have Annihilus, done by Mahmoud Asrar, hovering over Miles Morales. You have Ronan the Accuser by John Boy Myers, cover to Royals. You have a great shot of the Black Order, again by Landon Leaston, love their combo. Then you have detailed pencils of Kang the Conqueror as well as Iron Lad by Leno Yu. And then some Spidey villains. You have, Mysterio in an X-Men issue of all places. And his counterpart, Electro, also done by Yodere Sinar. Trying to eventually collect all the Sinister Six, hopefully. And then you have Rhino, again, done by Yodere Sinar. Love kind of that dynamic motion of Rhino breaking the panels. And Venom by Philip Tan. Money shot of the Sinister Six by Nate Stockman. And then love that Deathstroke splash by Tony Daniels and inks by Jonathan Glepion. And then this one is Tyler Kirkman from the Dark Knight's Metal, featuring kind of all the origins of the Dark Knights by Scott Snyder. And then that's a good shot of the Batman Who Laughs. Just wanted to throw in a few more pieces that wouldn't fit in the sketchbook. So this is a painting of Onslaught by Megan Hedrick, used for the Fleer Ultra card art. And I have to squeeze in and give a shout out to James Siegel. Again, we started collecting art around the same time. And James knows I'm a huge Magneto fan, so he came across original art for some of the X-Men 97 art. And traditional art related to X-Men 97 is very hard to find, but James was able to come across and reached out to me. And I was able to pick up this piece, and actually, the voice actor was at the Long Beach shop near where I lived. I was able to get him to sign that recently. So again, thank you again, Bill, for the opportunity for this weekly flip. And, if anybody knows any good villain splashes, feel free to reach out to me on CAF. Take care.